How's it going, everyone? We have some Digimon Story Time Stranger updates to go over in this video. We've got a new trailer that was uploaded, showcasing some of the special moves that are going to be available for the various Digimon. On top of that, I feel like they've been doing a fantastic job on their social media channels, just showcasing the various Digimon that are going to be in the game. Of the 450, just putting out a tweet every couple of days. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Keep the game in the cycle, keep the game in the eyes of the gamers. Remember that this is a game that they're trying to get to the hands of more of a broader audience. That's why a lot of the elements are being implemented into this game. So we'll talk about some of that. And before we get into the video, I do want to note that our friends over at Green Man Gaming, if you want to get a PC copy of the game, do have Digimon Story Time Stranger even cheaper. It is 10% off across all editions of the game. The base game is $63, the deluxe edition is $90, and the ultimate edition is $108. The deluxe edition is the one that will get you the additional DLC, the episode pack. So that'll be episode pack 1, 2, and 3, the actual additional story content. So keep that in mind depending on which edition you want to get, but link to that in the description box below. You will get a Steam key, redeems directly on there, and you'll be good to go. Alright, first of all, publisher Bandai Namco and developer MediaVision have released the second Digimon special moves trailer for Digimon Story Time Stranger, just showcasing a variety of the special moves that will be available. Some of the iconic Digimon, Belphemon, Beelzemon, Bearmon, Magnamon, and more have all been showcased, and it's pretty fast-paced, and it goes pretty bang, 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 bang as far as showcasing all of the Digimon's ability. Remember that there will be north of 450 Digimon in the game, a significant increase from the very first title, so gonna be quite the undertaking as far as checking out all of them. They did drop the first special move trailer alongside a big update that they did a while back, but I think all the moves look quite good, and definitely in terms of flashiness and vibrance, a bit of a step up from the first game, so that is pretty cool to see. Moving on from that, I do also want to note that they have been doing a great job as far as regularly tweeting out, just showcasing the various Digimon that are going to be in the game for the last month or so. Since they did that big gameplay insight in early July, they've just been tweeting out every couple of days. They've got Omnishaumon, that is an ultimate Digimon, a dragon man type, and attribute data. You've got Coronamon, Minervamon's sidekick, special move Corona Flame. I mean, that's a classic, so definitely people are going to vibe with that. Lunamon, another one of Minervamon's sidekicks, special move a tearing shot. For that, Jesmon, level a Mega Digimon, type a Holy Knight, attribute data for that. And then they also did a lengthier pose on Volcanusumon, who is the leader of the Factorial Area Digimon ruling the land of the digital world of Iliad's power source. It controls its self-developed Divine Arms version, and that is going to be one of the bigger Digimon, attribute data, type deity, and level mega. So those are just some of the Digimon that they've showcased on their social media channels. On top of that, they did show a little bit of the Factorial Area in the digital world, and that is one of the big aspects of this game. The first Digimon story titles, they had some depth to their areas, but it looks like they're really trying to add a lot of variety and density, which I think is the most important thing when it comes to level design in these games, is having that variety in these worlds, but also having density and having that aspect of things feeling like they matter and they're alive, and it's not this big barren wasteland of nothingness that I do think some aspects of the original game, it did falter on that. And there are even more Digimon that they've revealed on their channel. I just only went through some of the ones in this video, but I think the game is shaping up to be great. And I do want to note that I'm a big data guy, so especially with a game like this, obviously Bandai Namco is trying to position this game as one that is going to elevate Digimon as a franchise, and I know the Steam database chart, especially this early on, isn't going to be completely indicative of the performance of the game, especially also because Digimon Story Time Stranger is a game that's going to do really well on the PlayStation 5. If it gets ported to the Nintendo Switch 2, it'll do really well on there. I think it'll do okay on PC, and then on Xbox, I think it'll do whatever. It'll do serviceable, hopefully, for the audience that is on there. But right now, the game does have 21,000 followers, which, yes, it's a far cry from the games like Borderlands 4 and some of the other big games coming out, but 21,000 is actually a pretty good number. And bear in mind that Digimon Story Time Stranger is going to be one of those games that it is really going to be dependent on game quality in terms of getting this game over to a lot of other people that are going to be fringe Digimon fans. Look, the hardcores like myself and a lot of you guys, you're going to be sold on this game no matter what, but the element of adding in English dub, adding more depth to the world, adding that variety, that is all to draw in a newer audience as well, an audience that might not be the biggest Digimon fan. Maybe they watched an anime series when they were a kid and they have some affinity towards it, but not the hardcore affinity that a lot of you or myself do that have played the other Digimon games. And we grew up playing Digimon World, World 2, World 3, etc., etc. Most people are not going to be in that category, and to expand Digimon as an IP, you need to start doing things that are going to target a newer audience or a broader audience, and 21,000 followers is a good number here, but hopefully that'll ramp up as we get closer to the release of the game. And like I said, the PC version is available cheaper at Green Man Gaming. And one final note, as far as system requirements go, this game is going to be super easy to run. It looks like it'll be playable on the Steam Deck, no problem, in all of your portable PC gaming devices. That's why also I would believe that it's going to come out on Switch 2. Maybe by the end of the year, if not beginning of next year. It's going to be a big wave of multi-platform games that Bandai Namco is going to be porting on over to the Switch 2, so it's not going to happen all overnight. Yeah, there's going to be attention on Time Stranger, but they're going to be porting other games, like Elden Ring, that's a Bandai Namco published game, is going to get ported. You don't want to overwhelm the Switch 2 market with a lot of your own games where you're, at that point, almost competing with yourself. But based on the system requirements, obviously the game's going to be able to run fine on the Switch 2. You're looking at a GTX 970 or an Intel Core i5-8400, Ryzen 5 3600, 8 gigs of RAM, and then that is for low settings, 1080p 60 FPS, recommended 16 gigs of RAM, Intel Core i7 11700K, Ryzen 7 3700X, a GTX 980, and an RX Vega 56. Like, this is a game that could run easily on last generation platforms as well. At least I would think, based on these system requirements. Like, they are very, very tame, and I don't see any issue on them running on like a Steam Deck or an ROG Ally or something like that, and ultimately the Switch 2, which I'm sure the port's gonna happen. Digimon Story is on the Switch, so don't worry too much about that. Just probably not gonna happen at launch. I think it would be a little bit too quick at this point to get that done. But you see, the turnaround time for a lot of these multi-platform games ending up on the Switch 2 isn't that lengthy. Borderlands 4 is coming out in September, mid-September on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC, and then it's coming out on Switch 2 in early October. It could be a very quick turnaround like that. I wouldn't get your hopes up on that quick of a turnaround, but we'll see ultimately what happens. It's not even officially confirmed for the Switch 2, but Bandai Namco likes money, and again, the aspect of this game, a big aspect, is to broaden the appeal. And probably with the Switch 2 release, you won't want to go head-to-head with Pokemon Legends anyway, so that makes a lot of sense on top of that. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.